It's your boys, Madmen Sports.
After a big win.
What's up, gentlemen? Diamond Dave?
Yeah, in here in the flesh.
Zach Attack, the professor.
I'm still here. They can't get rid of me yet.
This guy, we do it at your house.
Can't get rid of me yet. I am vital.
After a big win against the Tennessee Titans. How was the game day experience, guys?
We got a big contest going on as usual. Drop a comment. Drop a comment below. No, we got to do it in the first minute. Drop a comment below what you think the Miami Dolphins versus Buffalo Bills score is going to be. You get it correct, we will send you the ball. FedEx. Free shipping.
USPS, maybe.
You get to handle it. We'll do the shipping. 3 or 4 guesses last week were close.
Very close.
Very close. Within 4 points, either way. How was the game day experience, guys?
It was great to be back at Highmark Stadium.
Loud?
It was really exciting. And it was
Very
loud.
Were you loud, proud, and considerate?
The decibel meter was
Well
over
over
100 consistently.
Last year, that did not happen. Maybe
At all.
I don't know how the difference works. Maybe people are just more jazzed.
Von Miller. People don't have COVID anymore.
That's true.
We got Jordan Phillips there pumping up the crowd.
That's it, actually. It was great.
He knows one thing.
I bought a family pack of chicken tenders for myself, 10 of them and fries
10-piece and fries.
for $25. It was ridiculous.
He got back to the seat. He was like, "Oh, me and you can have some." I'm like, "I really don't want any." He's like, he was like, "Oh no!" He knew what was about to happen. He was about to eat them all.
Were they good?
They were mediocre.
Same as they always are.
They weren't $25 worth.
Dave, conversely, how was the TV broadcast experience with ESPN doing double boxes and having 2 games on at once?
Yeah,
The double box is very annoying. That was... People online were just bitching left and right about it. It was super annoying.
my ADHD wouldn't be able to keep up.
The announcing team was... They were all right. They were good. They kept showing the Dane Jackson injury over and over and over again, which they shouldn't have.
What happened?
He was fine.
He wasn't fine. He went to the hospital. He's fine now.
Walked out.
Fine-ish.
No major injuries. That's the best part.
Good for him.
Yeah, you got to take head injuries seriously all the time.
All right. Now, as we are 2 minutes and 25 seconds into this podcast, we want to push the last week's game aside. Dave, who was the diamond in the rough?
I mean, if I were not to give it to Diggs for a second week in a row, that would be dumb. I mean, he got 4 diamond in the roughs last year. He's going to get 5 this year.
He's at 2 now.
Is 4 accurate?
Yeah.
Accurate?
He's just...
Got to be careful with my
he's just
enunciation.
that damn good.
I feel like people are surprised he's that good. He's been top 5 the last 2 years in Buffalo. I feel like I don't know what people are like. What do you think Diggs is doing differently that are getting people to notice him more? Because he's been this good the whole time.
I think just his connection with Josh Allen is just a different world.
I just think the Bills are getting more prime time
But
looks.
even the local guys are being like, "Wow, I cannot believe Stephon Diggs."
Well,
I can't
they're
believe it's
stupid.
Wednesday. 2 days left until we get to the weekend.
Thursday for you.
Yeah, 2 days left, and then we go to Bills games.
Thank God. You all right?
He's just really on a different level. I mean, he was doing all that without Gabe Davis. Imagine if he had Gabe Davis and he wasn't getting the
5
coverage he was
touchdowns.
getting. I mean, they were singling him all game, though, which is dumb. Titans just had an awful game plan. We looked like we were playing a college team out there.
Titans suck. I think we said it on the pregame podcast. They suck.
Even Derrick Henry wove the white flag at the 4th quarter and said, "I'm done."
Christian Benford.
Both teams had backups in with 5 minutes left on the third.
Christian Benford played lights out. I'm very proud of him.
He had a great game. I was sitting there. You know, we sit on this Bills side, so we see everything that goes on the sidelines. Elam was just standing there the whole first half. I was like, man, is Benford really keeping Elam at bay so bad?
And it looks like he is.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, Dane Jackson went down. They say he's day to day. Dave, do you think he plays?
I think precautionary-wise, you keep him out this week, especially with a short week.
Well, I think the actual verbiage is he's day-to-day, like on his legitimate health, not like day-to-day as a injury designation.
We'll see, right?
I mean, I guess so, yeah. I mean, he was did not to participate on Wednesday's practice. I'd be surprised if we see him on Sunday.
Yeah. Someone that I'm constantly criticizing is Edmonds, and he played a fantastic game. Him and Milano.
He was my diamond.
Milano got a touchdown.
Tremaine Edmonds
got a sack.
Looked great. Looked like a top 5 middle linebacker. Some people are saying.
So that was a beatdown. Tannehill, Byard, All of them said post-game, I've never been part of a game like that before.
It was really that bad?
Apparently. Because with 20 minutes left in the game, all of the backups were.
I was right. I knew we would see Malik Willis, and we did.
We could have hung 60 if we kept Josh Allen and like the starters, like easily.
With the 2 dropped interceptions, they could have hung 60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give their performance in one sentence, I guess. Dave, Bills' performance on Monday in one sentence.
Don't see who can stop us.
Hell yeah.
Say it again.
I don't see who can stop us.
I don't see.
Okay. The Buffalo Bills are absolutely riveting.
One game at a time. That's my sentence.
Dang.
Speaking of one game at a time.
You can't win next week with this week's results. Got to tear it down, start over. I got, 4, 8. I got 11 guys on the injury report. I need to get healthy as we go into Miami. Good game. They seem legit, huh, Dave?
Give them the credit.
Yeah, I mean, their offense looks good. Their defense doesn't.
This is by far the best Dolphins team we've seen in the Josh Allen era, and it's not even close.
I mean, as far as the Dolphins go, what am I watching out for? Is it the Waddle on the Hill? Is it the Tyreek, or is it Tua? Is it the whole thing? Is it the new coach?
Probably the wide receivers
I think it's Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Chase Edmonds doesn't scare me. Rasheem Mostert doesn't scare me. Whoever the other guy is, I don't know exactly.
You don't need to. The wide receivers are really where
Micah Hyde sucks.
I mean, the concern this week is Elam and Benford, or maybe Dane Jackson, if a miracle happens, get really tested with those guys. And like Micah Hyde is injured today.
Yeah.
Poyer was limited. Our defensive backfield's very hurt right now. And the thing is like, these are games we need him for.
I think Tua can throw for 500 yards, and the Bills can still put up points with ease.
Well, even when we punt,
their defense is bad. On the weekly wrap-ups, Tuesday, Wednesday, they put out all the stats from over the weekend. The Dolphins are classified as a good offense with a bad defense. The Bills are far and away the best offense with the best defense. Tennessee and the Rams are in that bad offense, bad defense category, but that could be due to the fact
just
that
playing
they're
the
Bills. Yeah, exactly. In 2 games against the Bills so far, last year being the sample size, Jalen Waddle has 10 catches for 77 yards.
I assume we'll see a little bit more.
They found a way to contain him last year.
We'll see. We'll see more than 77 yards, I think, from him, and I think that's fine.
Maybe.
He can get 150 yards, and I don't think that plays an impact on the actual
Dolphins have a
final
bad
score.
defense.
Yeah,
The Dolphins have a bad.
I think the Bills are juggernauts on the offensive side of the ball, and no one's stopping them from winning games. They're only stopping themselves.
I think that the injuries could become a problem if they keep mounting in the fashion that they are.
1,000%. Like I'm saying, it's very realistic that the Dolphins put up 35 points.
Well, it being Wednesday that we're filming this, and this will be out Thursday, the injury report Thursday and Friday will be more accurate than today. It is a short week, so guys might be just, again, precautionary or rest days. Zach said something about Jordan Phillips is probably out a while, but then we also have
hamstring. Yeah.
We also have Settle and Oliver likely coming back. We have Gabe Davis likely coming back. You might be without Dane Jackson and Micah Hyde, though, which is a big deal. For the game like this, we need him. I think the next game is the Ravens?
Yeah.
Until the bye week, the games are very important. We play some very tough teams who could put up some big points.
If the Bills are as legit as they seem to be, as they're talked about, they'll find a way. This will be a tall task. We'll see what happens, but I'm confident.
Dolphin fans are confident, but you know what? They're so confident they still don't sell out their own place. Bills fans, I know Bills fans in Florida that are going to the game. I know Bills fans from Buffalo that are going to the game. I would say there's a good presence of Bills fans there.
There always is.
It's going to be loud on defense.
Oh, for sure. Silent snap counts in their own stadium.
Their offensive line has not improved much. They've put assets towards it, but it's much like last year's Bills defensive line that you might be able to put assets towards it, but it's not come to fruition yet.
Tua had to get out of the pocket from a couple games I've seen.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw the Ravens touchdowns in the backup, the garbage time, but it didn't end up being garbage time. Pressure was off, wide open, corner, wide receiver, blown coverage. Hill is 20 to 15 yards away from everybody else. If the Bills stay on assignment, which, let's be frank, this game is going to need to have Kaiir Elam showcased. Do we not draft a corner in the first round that's known for speed for this particular game entirely?
Yeah, I think this is why you got him.
This is how you show up. Am I wrong? Am I over-exaggerating that? Am I putting too much pressure on him? This is why I got him.
I don't think you can put too much pressure on him. He's a professional.
Got to.
Put the playbook on the plane, he said?
This is why you were picked number 23 or 24.
So is he your Bills difference maker this week?
He's going to have to be.
Yeah.
He's going to have to be.
I don't think he's a choice.
Hyde might be out. Jackson might be out. Phillips might be out. Oliver might be out. Settle might be out. This defense is banged up. Trey White's already declared out. These guys are banged up. This is not the Bills' best defensive form. But they're going to need to be on their A game.
Mine's actually Jaquan Johnson, Micah Hyde's backup. Micah Hyde's very good. Something that we haven't had to talk about in a while, besides when we play Travis Kelce, is tight end play against the Bills. It used to be awful. Micah Hyde's actually the reason that isn't as bad anymore. Him and like Milano and Edmonds, but Micah Hyde is up there. Gesicki usually finds a way to get past us and usually puts up big numbers against us. I think he did last year too. Jaquan Johnson's likely going to play whether Hyde is active or not. Going to get some snaps in there, so we need to kind of maintain the tight end in this game. And with Benford and Elam, I actually think going to be doing a decent job against Waddle and Hill. Gesicki is their third option, and Johnson's going to have a heavy duty that game.
I mean, you got to hope that we can contain.
I'm going to say something. I'll throw it on record, and Jake and I have talked about it during the game, that I think that Micah Hyde looks like he's starting to go the other way on his career. He has not been perfect this year. In the run game, he has gotten bodied in time and time again. He's having a rough go of it. Mike Gesicki did have a great game 5 games ago for 8 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown. Outside of that, in his 8 games versus the Bills, 28 catches, 343 and a touchdown. You take away the 130. They've been able to keep him in check. Now, will they be able to do it all? I'm not sure. But will this Bills offense be able to keep what they're doing? We haven't gotten Dawson Knox yet. We haven't gotten these running backs yet.
He's hurt too.
We haven't gotten these running backs yet. We haven't gotten Knox going. We haven't gotten McKenzie going. We've been one-dimensional so far.
Yeah.
Who needs to step up, Dave?
Give me James Cook.
On the offense, you're saying?
Yeah.
I think it's going to have to be Gabe Davis is back, and he's just lighting it up like he did in the divisional game. I think he needs to be talked about more than Diggs. I think Gabe Davis, if he's back and active, he's going to have a monster game.
Give me James Cook out of the backfield catching passes.
You think we get there yet with him? He just seems like he's not ready yet.
I don't think there's any confidence in the coaching staff to play him.
Which is fine, but that's going to come sooner rather than later.
It's going to have to.
That he had a good run, 30-ish yard run.
I'm going to need the offensive line to step up this week. Make sure that we get the gaps that we're looking for. I think they're going to try to run.
Do Dolphins have a pass rush? I don't even know who they have back there anymore.
They try. Their defense is horrible.
Christian Wilkins from Clemson is still their guy.
85 years old. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
They have a Phillips guy that everyone told me that was great, but he hasn't done anything yet this year. The Dolphins' defense has been bad. I mean, they got bullied against the Ravens until, whatever
5 minutes
happened.
in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird game. I don't know if I put stock in it. Everyone's like, oh, Tua threw for,
495
6 touchdowns,
yards.
almost 500 yards. If you're doing that in garbage time, it's not that impressive. Even further so, you're trying to put his stats up against Josh Allen's stats. You played a whole last quarter. I mean, not even a whole last quarter. Whole last 20 full minutes of a game.
Well, none of that was garbage time because they came back and won.
Well, it's garbage time unless it's within one score. It wasn't. So, you play press. It was just
It was garbage
football.
Time until it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. It's garbage time happens, and then they can make up garbage time. But, I mean, most of those stats are just chucking it up because you have no other options. You're not really playing designated football at that point. I think Tyreek Hill gets what he. I don't know. Do we think he goes off, or do we think
do we keep Waddle and Hill individually both under 100 yards?
No, God no. I think it's very possible that they both have a 150-yard game.
That's not good.
No, but I think this game sits on the Bills' offense.
I don't think the D-line lets him do what he did against the Ravens. The Ravens defense is bad. I know we all imagine.
Yeah, but Jalen Waddle's fantastic with yards after catch. We know Tyreek Hill is as well.
Short catches, just get them.
So they played the Patriots and the Ravens. They don't have both those teams don't have much besides Drew.
They were unimpressive against.
Don't
the
have
Patriots.
much of a pass rush. So
and
I don't
the Ravens
think
are bad.
Tua got sacked a lot last year against us.
Listen, I don't think it's out of the question that the Dolphins score 35.
I think we need to keep this in idea.
I just think we score more.
Just keep this within your realm of ideas. Joe Flacco put up nearly 400 yards versus the Ravens. Versus the Ravens in week 1. And then we turn around and Tua does 500 against this team.
Listen, if we have a healthy defense, I'm with you.
I think that they're going to be healthy enough.
I think the front 7 will be healthy, and I think that's really all that should matter. I think they're going to get Tua's face a lot. I think Tua's going to be on the ground a lot.
I hate that.
They will get their yards. Waddle and Hill will get their yards.
I said I hate that tweet.
I just think that Von Miller has a game. Greg Rousseau loves playing in Miami. I think, listen, this is a team that I know that they made one upgrade with Hill, and this coach has problems somewhere.
He's a nerd.
I don't think he's right.
That's not talked about enough.
I don't think
that dude's like a creepy
Call him what you
tennis
want,
coach.
but he's also 2-0. So
yeah, against not great defenses, not great teams. Period.
That dude's a fucking weirdo.
The best player they've played is Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson's known for not having a supporting cast or a bad team around him. So I think that might be a false. Do we have false hope for the Dolphins? Now I'm talking myself out of them being good. Are they not good?
I think they're good.
Lucky so
I just
far.
don't
There's
think
some
they're
bad
on.
teams in
I
the
don't think
league.
they're on our level yet, but they're good.
They're sneaky dangerous.
I think they had a quarterback, which is ridiculous to say with the yards Tua has been putting up. If they had a quarterback, they'd be a very good team.
Tua has some glaring faults.
Tua doesn't look like a
Patriots
quarterback.
game, that dude was skipping balls.
Yeah.
Tua doesn't look like a quarterback.
Do non-quarterbacks?
You got to remember,
throw for almost
last year the
500
Bills
yards?
went in there week 2 and shut this team out. They've added Tyreek Hill and a coach that doesn't know what he's doing most of the time. They shut this team out. I think the Bills' defense is better. And they don't have Trey White or Dane Jackson probably, and they might not have Micah Hyde. But I think that these corners are to the task.
It'll be a good game.
So what's your score prediction?
I'll go 42-38.
Wow, it's a fun game to watch.
I think so.
It's a good thing we're watching together.
What do you got, Dave?
Are we?
We'll see.
35-28 Buffalo.
Maybe if you watch it with someone else.
Two single score games. Fans, drop your comment. See what you guys get in for the score prediction. My score prediction,
What do you got?
42-10.
Wild.
I think you guys are being way too generous for the Dolphins because of one good quarter. And then conversely, not respecting the Bills for being dominant for 7.
Home field advantage is a big deal.
Not in Miami.
No.
They have no fans. Ever. Week 1, the home opener. They couldn't sell it out. Fucking crush this team. Having sushi. That's what we're having Sunday. Take care. Have a great week.
Love you. Bye.